Now, I know this might sound strange, but I feel like the Brisbane Lions, last year's premier, are flying somewhat under the radar. They've had another win last night against Port Adelaide. A player, though, who shouldn't be flying under the radar is Zac Bailey. 5 goals for him and potentially edging towards that first All-Australian Blazer, Kane.
Well, he should be in the conversation. There's no doubt about that. So he's had a big year. But it's big performances like this where your stats actually just jump off the page and then your name gets shot up in lights. So what I loved about his game was the way that he played. So he's as good as anyone as coming up as that high half forward. He gets right up the ground and then he's only doing it to get you out the back. So what he does, and you can see it here from behind the goals, he comes up the ground, he helps out with your defence and your team defence, and then as soon as Port Adelaide turned the footy over, he's gone and he's able to get one, he's going to get two. If he doesn't get the first one, he'll keep running, he'll get himself in really dangerous positions, and he absolutely punished Port Adelaide last night. So Josh Sin had the matchup, he kicked an early stoppage goal on Josh Sin, and then they didn't know what to do with him, so they let him go, and then they weren't able to refine the body when he got back in a dangerous position. So he's a great finisher, he's deadly with ball in hand and by foot. And we often speak about Neil and McCluggage and Rayner and the more flashy players and flashy forwards, Charlie Cameron. But this guy is having as good a year as any Brisbane Lion. I suspect he'd be in their top 3 of their best and fairest, and definitely in that All-Australian conversation.
If you've got a pyramid of love, and Nate Caddy is right at the top there, Kane, where does Zac Bailey sit?
Oh, he'd be on the 3rd rung on my ladder. So Caddy, Horn Francis, the Wizard Watson, that'd be right up the top. And then there's a group of about 6 or 7 players grouped in with Zac Bailey. But I do admire the way he plays. Been doing it for a long time.
That's a graphic, I think, the pyramid of
We'll
love
do that next week.
From Kane. That could be next week.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.